Hi.
Hello. Good evening.
Good morning, depending where you are in the world.
How are you?
I'm good. I had an eventful day yesterday.
Okay, I want to hear everything.
It's a big day for Yasmin's body yesterday.
Okay.
So I went to get Invisalign in the morning.
Yeah.
Which I always knew I would. And then for like a few days the previous week, I had weirdly, coincidentally, a bunch of friends send me these articles about daith piercings being good for migraines.
Yeah.
And I don't know what compelled me to do it on the same day as the Invisalign.
Okay.
I left the dentist and was like, let's go get a piercing.
Okay.
And not only that, I also started Ozempic. And not only that, I also started my period after having come on birth control. So by the end of the day, I was having like a full shivering anxiety attack. Like my body could not stop shaking.
Yeah.
And I was like, great. One of the things that I've done today has made me fucking sick. But I think it was just anxiety. Like my body was just
culmination.
like, yeah, my body was like, what are you doing to me?
Going to the dentist and laying for a long time, I don't mind it. Some people don't like it, but it is like a weird sensation to just have your jaw open.
My jaw was open.
You were a throat goat.
Yes. Well, and the worst thing about the dentist yesterday was that I was actually really hungover. So hungover, dentist, piercing, period, Ozempic, couldn't eat, had tummy ache. And then I was like, is the tummy ache the period or the Ozempic? Like, it was a
lot. It's when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
And then did you have to drive back to...
Yes.
Yeah.
But today I recuperated in the morning. In the morning, my body was like still shaking, which was fucking weird. But then I was like, I'm going to take it easy. So I feel better.
Okay. Well, what is the positive is like getting your period, fixing the migraine. So like you're doing all the good things.
Yes. I'm interested to see how this piercing will work with the migraine. Some people say it works for them. Others say it's like doesn't work, and then others say it's like a placebo. And I'm like, well, even if it's a placebo, that's good, because as long as there's no pain, I don't care what the root of that is.
When I got my top piercing up here, I got it because someone convinced me to get it because they said it was good for anxiety.
I have a top piercing.
Nothing
here too.
Changed.
I got it when I was 10, and it's never closed up. I actually put it in earlier to show someone because I was like, it's not closed up, and they were like, I don't believe you. And I was like, look. So I have a hole that's never closed.
Oh. Ooh. Also, if anyone noticed, we don't have our condoms because we have new mic
condoms,
but they're
gone.
Tight. Question before we get into it, I want to talk about Renee Rapp. The reason why is because I feel like she's trending on social right now, and as an allegiant to Lesbian Nation.
I am the president of the lesbians. I love that title.
When you sent that text in the group, like asking, and then our friend who's a lesbian was like not understanding, like, can we just talk about her for a second?
Yes.
Because I think she's like Addison Rae status.
Oh, she's bigger. Okay, here's what I think. Love Renee Rapp. I love her personality. I love her lack of media training. I love how like authentic she is to herself.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to change, which I love. Like, no matter how successful or famous she gets, she's just like, this is me. I'll say what I want. That's the personality piece of it. Adore her. Renee, if you're watching this, call me.
Love.
I want to be friends. The second piece to it, though, is like she's an amazing vocalist. Like, she came from Broadway. That's how she started her career.
Yeah.
And then from Broadway, she went on to like a few TV shows and then, you know, became what she is and then started putting out music. So she's like a classically trained musical theater performer. Amazing. My issue with her, which isn't directly with her, is for someone so good at singing, she hasn't found her like place in the industry yet. Like, I don't think, whether it's her music producers, whether it's her management, they haven't been able to market her very well. Like, when you kind of look at her stuff, there's no clear branding. There's no clear like, oh, this is the singer that does this. Her music feels very tacky and poppy. I will give her some credit to maybe like one or two songs in the new album. But overall, I think it's like a marketing issue.
She needs Sabrina Carpenter's people that did the rebrand.
And Sabrina Carpenter, I mean, look, she's an amazing vocalist, but I don't think she's necessarily puts out good music too. But the branding is like really clever.
Okay.
And I feel the same way about Jessie J. Jessie J is someone that I was a super fan of. I mean, she's still one of my top favorite vocalists. but she's had so much disservice happen to her from whether that's management, producers. Like, she's never been able to carve a place in like the really big industry, even though she's one of the best vocalists of our time.
No, it's
and
true.
I would argue that Renee Rapp is also one of the best vocalists of our time.
Okay.
So that's
Mic
my
drop.
thoughts.
No, it's just
I'm like a very opinionated person with all these artists. I have so many thoughts, and yet I don't really know the industry that well.
Well, it's fun. I like hearing your thoughts about it, and I know
Thank you.
Others do.
Thanks.
But should we get into it? Our big question of the week?
The big question of this week is, someone asked, what is it that you guys struggle with versus what are you really confident about?
Love.
And I couldn't think of many struggles.
I know, it's one of those things where it's like when you actually have to really think about it, because I felt like this too. I was like,
Well, it's just like I kind of see struggles not as like a weakness. So it's like it's just more of like a characteristic, a idiosyncrasy, rather than like something negative.
Yeah.
But let's kick it off. What is your first struggle, Devin?
I would say like my crippling OCD, which causes me to like overthink everything.
Okay.
So I'd say like I spend a lot of time in my head and overthink something to the nth degree, to the point where like anyone that knows me, like girlfriend or like my mom, it's like I have to talk something out 100 times to like finally let it click and make sense in my brain.
Yeah.
Where like in most like decisions in my life, I'm super black and white. But like if it's something that's bothering me, I can't let it go. I have to mull and mull and mull.
Yes.
So I'd say like I really struggle with overthinking.
It's interesting how OCD is prevalent in different ways in people. So like my OCD is more about intrusive thoughts. I don't think I'm very compulsive. I don't think I overthink. I'm not very compulsive. But I do have these intrusive thoughts that it's like very dark.
Laughing. No, I'm laughing about intrusive thoughts because like it is dark.
Yeah, it's dark. And maybe this is why we're the same person, because it's like we literally have the same mental disorder.
Illness.
And so like we view the world in the same way, and then we think everyone else is so fucking crazy, but we're like really normal.
Yeah, like sometimes when I'm walking and there's a little tiny bug on the floor, like outside, I want to step on it, but I don't. And then I text someone and say, is that really crazy? I had this intrusive thought.
My intrusive thoughts are way worse.
Oh, okay.
It's like I could just
I think a lot of people feel like that. I think a lot of people
And I'm
feel
not
like
suicidal, by the way. Like,
it's
I love
hard.
living. Like, love living. I just think it's more like you think about things you could do.
You let your brain, go.
And then also thinking like my intrusive thoughts are like bad things happening. Like, I'm just always like ready for like a bad phone call or like just something bad happening. And it's like, that is a possibility, but also like, why think about it every day?
Yeah. With that, my thing that kind of parlays is like future dooming. I am like, I have always struggled with that. And I think that's like an anxiousness thing, but it's like, I will future doom to the point where someone is like, that is just not going to happen. So like an example is when I got my new job, I had to get drug tested. And I like literally was having a narrative in my mind that like I had like had drugs slipped into my drink and had been like just like making up all these like
You're like,
false
my
scenarios.
vitamin C is going to show up and they're going to think it's Coke.
And it's like I kept like looking at it as factual, being like, this isn't going to happen. But then I was like, well, I can't do, if I do this, then this equals this, and just like coming up with all these scenarios.
Yeah.
The future dooming.
I think I am more of a, I don't think I dwell on the future much. I think it's more like the present intrusiveness.
Yeah.
But speaking about future dooming, this relates. One of my points that I struggle with is about motherhood, which is because of like the innate maternal feeling hasn't hit me. I can look at motherhood and like wanting to have a baby. And we did a whole episode on this, but long story short is like, it's more of like a decision for me of like, should I have a kid or not? And I can kind of ignore like any feelings because I don't have any. So like today I was listening to a podcast about like, you know, the potential of World War III, which I think people underestimate how, you know, we've had a pretty easy life since the Cold War, and like we weren't around for the Cold War. So like we don't think something bad like globally is going to happen, but the people that have come previous to us have witnessed wars. They've witnessed famines, they've witnessed like plagues, and we've had a really easy ride thus far. And I think because of that, we don't really believe in the potential of something bad happening. And I'm like, we're pretty fucking close to World War III. We're pretty fucking close to like AI, you know, kind of eradicating all of our intelligence. And yet we're here like, like,
yeah,
it's kind of crazy to me. So how that relates to motherhood is that I'm like, you know, should I have a baby? Like, it doesn't seem like a great place to birth a baby.
I think a lot of people feel like that, where they're like, do I want to do this because do I want to bring a baby or like raise a child in the world that we live in? Because it feels like so open-ended to where it could go.
Yeah. And then the same people kind of being, you know, the doomists about the future are also the same people who are quite like pro-natalist, saying you should have a bunch of babies. Even the guy that I was listening to, like, he was saying, yes, we are facing like this wave of tsunami coming our way in the world, but like people should have a bunch of babies. So in my head, I'm like, how do I reconcile that?
Yeah. And
maybe it is that, you know, because we have such a bleak future ahead of us, we should just feel everything, and we should just, if we can feel all of that love, why would I don't fucking know the answer, but this dwells on my head every single day. Like, I think about motherhood every day, and I don't know what I feel about it. Hence why we did an episode on it.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay. I'm like, well, you got your period so you could have a baby.
With
I
who?
thought you were carrying my baby. I thought I was Venmoing
yeah, you want my belly.
Okay, my other one, I think I wrote, I struggle with regretting past mistakes.
Ooh.
So I think like I've talked about this, but like how some things that would mean nothing to anyone, I like replay in my mind,
like
and
stepping
like
on the bug,
feel like deeply bad about. And I mean, I'll just spill the tea because I don't give one fuck anymore. But like with my ex, with like all the tea and all the drama that's coming out,
a lot has transpired.
Like, and I just get hit up, not every day, but like in the last month, I'd say like 3 to 5 people are contacting me a week about it.
I was
like,
one of those.
Yeah, because people are just like, what the fuck? And then his ex contacted me, and then his other ex contacted me, and then the ex's friend contacted me, and then everyone's like looking to me for like guidance and support
and
to like help
I'm
them.
a survivor. Like, I don't fucking know how to help.
I was just like, I texted you, I was like, I can't help you bitches. Like, I'm sorry, but like, you need to just do the work like I had to do. Like, I'm not going to also relive my past trauma to help you. But I think seeing it in the ether and on the internet, and then seeing all the comments are so crazy, because all these other women are commenting being like, the same thing happened to me, the same thing happened to me. And so I think I struggle with, as like entertaining as like the hot tea is right now, it was such a waste of time in my life. I feel like just a massive waste. And I really have been struggling with that lately, because I feel like I wasted a lot of friend and family's time talking about it who had to live it with me. And I feel like it was very burdensome.
I get what you're saying, but I think for your own sake, you need to flip the narrative of like, because you have come out of this situation as a better person, the growth you've had, also the visibility to like what you now need, like you know like what you need. I truly think that maybe hadn't you had that experience, like you might have still been going after like the wrong people, and like that what made you feel so I don't know. I think you just have to flip the narrative. I wrote
I struggle with feeling like a lot of my life has been lived with dead ends. So I think like it's the fear of jumping to the next. And you know how sometimes they say like you stay in something because you're afraid of change, because it's almost like more scary to make the change than to just do what you know. So I do feel like a lot of time I've wasted doing that.
Changing or not changing?
Not changing. Yeah. So next.
No, wait. Let me just breathe for a second.
Remember that show Next on MTV? And like the guy or the girl would get out of the bus, and then you choose if they're hot or not. Oh my God.
I don't think they have that in Brazil.
Okay, well, like a girl would be there and a guy would get out, and then you could just be like, next, if you didn't think they were hot.
That's brutal.
I know.
But I can see why that would be popular.
Yeah.
I I empathize with what you're saying. I don't think I can relate because I'm the actually complete opposite.
Yeah.
Where my whole life is me not wanting stability and then just like changing. And I think you just have to view your life as like there could have been endless possibilities.
Yeah.
And there isn't a right or a wrong. All paths are its own unique journey, but there isn't a right path or a wrong path.
Yeah.
And there could have been like 2 million variations of it.
Mm-hmm.
So trust that you're on the path.
Yeah.
And don't dwell on regrets too much.
Yeah.
Fuck, how do I follow up? Oh, cooking.
Do you like I'm just like, yeah.
Cooking. I struggle with cooking. I'm not a very good cook.
I know you don't like to cook.
Yeah.
I used to like to cook and I like to bake, but my boyfriend says that since he met me, I have not touched one dish or one
You've
pan.
been a busy girl, though.
That's
You've been
the
a busy
thing.
girl.
But keep going with not liking cooking. I don't think every woman needs to like to cook.
No, but I wish I liked to cook because I would like to feed myself home cooked food, and I don't like it. I think there are two types of people who can cook and people who can't cook.
Yeah.
And I think if you can't cook, people always say to me like, just follow a recipe, and I'm like, no, my brain isn't able to be that intuitive when it comes to following recipes.
Yeah.
I can follow step by step, but like there is something about like just the knowing of like this will taste good or like this is why I do this. But you're right. I don't need to cook. I think I would just like to be able to cook.
Well, it feels like to me, I like romanticize cooking. I also think it's a lot of dishes.
Well, that's the thing. I think whenever I have cooked, because I don't want to like undersell myself. I've made an egg and a pasta here or there. Like, yeah. I've made bitches toast. But when I have made a dish, let's say like a spag bowl, right? You prep.
What's a spag bowl?
Spaghetti bolognese.
Oh,
fucking hell! And
I've never heard
call
someone
yourself
say that.
British heritage. A spag bowl.
Okay.
You prep, you cook. Maybe it's like an hour and a half total of like prepping, cooking, eating. And in the end, you have to then wash all the dishes. And you just think this whole 2-hour occasion could have just been done in like 10 minutes with an Uber delivery.
I know. That's how I feel too.
But anyways, I'm never going to cook and I'm never going to want to. So I just need to get rich enough so I can get a chef. Oh, that would be lovely. I had that growing up in Brazil because everyone has housekeepers. So
sick.
Maybe that's why me and my family can't cook.
Honestly, probably. Because why would you?
Yeah, exactly. And that's people don't understand that in third world countries, like you have help because you have to have both parents working. So it's not even like a luxurious thing. It's like you have to have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was, I thought I'd do a light one to follow up.
My other one, none of mine are light.
We're in for a ride, everyone.
I'm trying to think of something light I struggle with. I always have a dying phone.
Oh, me too.
Like always dead.
Me too.
It's like, but I have no stress when it's like on 4%, and then it'll just die, and I'll be with friends or like, and they'll be like, "Wait, your phone is
me
dead.
too.
Do you need a charger?"
Everyone gets really annoyed at me, especially my wife. Like she gets really annoyed at me. I want you to go deep though.
Okay.
Get your list out.
I wrote body dysmorphia.
Okay. We did a whole episode on that, but
that's a key one. I think it's just generational, and I said this on our previous podcast, but I think most women do struggle with body dysmorphia or some sort of like body issue, but I think it's really passed down generationally, and I think it's like a very like weighted thing that was on my side of the family with women. I think me too, but then I did so much work with battling that now I think I have reverse body dysmorphia where I look in the mirror and I think I'm hotter than I am. That's good. You are hot. No, you are hot. I'm like, I think I fool myself being like a 10 and I'm like a 6.5. I think if everyone did that and looked in the mirror and they were like, go off, fuck yeah, we would all be 1,000 times happier. But I'd like to have like maybe a little bit more body dysmorphia so I can be like, oh, go to the gym. Yeah. You know? I think for me, whenever I travel and I leave LA, I'm always like, okay, My body dysmorphia needs to chill out.
Yeah, go to Texas, hun.
It's just like, I was even just in Miami, and like, I know Miami girls are hot, but it's like they have some body on them.
Also, something we do forget, and I can't remember whether we talked about this on our body episode or not, but aging, I mean, I know that we're not old yet. Like, we are only early 30s. Like, our bodies do change. Yeah. And I think we forget that, because I look at pictures of me when I was in I was 22. Yeah. And I'm like, why don't I look like that anymore?
I know. Because I think that too a lot.
Yeah.
It's very different.
But I actually, to that point, I don't now, instead of looking at my body and being like, oh, you know, I'm bigger and I'm just different. Like, I actually think like I look very womanly and I like that. And it's like, I can see my body, like if I wanted to have a kid, it's like, it's ready for bearing a child. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I feel okay about myself. I think I could benefit from a little bit of not, but that's probably for the best.
I think that you're hot as fuck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And my wife thinks I'm hot, and I think
that's all that matters. I need.
Yeah. Also, to that point,
tell me.
I was telling my parents this week. All of the hot boys growing up, like in my school, and they did not like me. Like, I wasn't one of the girls that the hot boys liked, which is fine because I went for the underdogs.
We love an underdog.
Not only are they now all not hot and they're all balding, but they've all messaged me like in the space of like a month.
Wait, saying what?
One of them said, "Hey, stranger." Rest assured, I did not reply.
Wait, on DM?
Yeah, Facebook Messenger, and profile picture is like him and wife, girlfriend, whatever. But I'm like, what could you possibly have to say after 15 years?
It's the audacity of the man. They never stop. Because I have literally will randomly just get people 15, 20 years, 10 years.
But it's like, you didn't like me then. Yeah. So what, like, do you like me now? Yeah. Is that it? Like, what's going on?
It's either the hey stranger, the hey you,
hey
hi
you,
you.
Hey you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a guy I was like seeing. We were like having a chat. We had met like twice. And he lived in a different state, and he was just like hitting me up. And then he wanted to come stay with me. And it was when I was living like in Manhattan Beach. And I was like, you can't stay with me. I don't know you.
Yeah.
Like, how weird. And like sleep in the bed with me? Like, no. And so he got super mad and then blocked me. And I was just like, oh, you're really like whack. But then like a year later, he just texts me and said, like, hey, you. Hey. And I'm like,
they forget. They have short memories. They have really short memories.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's crazy. To that point, talking about young age, my sense of fashion and style, I would say I was a really trendy fucking kid. Like, probably until I was about early 20s. Like, I kind of really prioritized fashion. I liked fashion. I liked having a sense of style. I liked keeping up with things. I think I just lost that along the way. Now, do I care deeply about it? No, I don't. If I did, I'd do something about it, because I am someone who, if I want something or if I care about something, I'll go and fucking do it. But it's just interesting because when I think about myself, I'm like, what is my style? Or like, what is my, you know, I know I can see girls on like social media that I'm like, oh, I wish I had that style. So I know what I like, but I don't really apply it to myself because I already care about it.
So my theory, I think, though, because you split time between two states
who have very different clothing.
Yes. So I do think it's really hard to find personal style when you're going back and forth between two like entirely different environments.
Yeah, that's true.
And it is just the traveling and the repacking. So even if you have like two different wardrobes in each state, I do think it's hard to like get in a groove with style when you're like acclimating to like different scenes all the time.
Yeah, because I mean, the people that dress in like people that live in New York dress different than in LA, and then in Hawaii, I'm just in a fucking bikini. Like my Hawaii wardrobe barefoot. Is like barefoot bikini, like t-shirts. I will say though, one thing I do really notice is like when I go to Europe, like London or Spain or Italy, people dress so much better.
I know.
And then you think of Americans and it's like,
Foul. I was texting one of my best friends about this week. I was like, I want to burn every single thing I own and start fresh. Like, I wish I could just sell all my clothes and just like rebuild. Because I think for my style, I've always leaned more like trendy or really printed stuff. And it just like the rewear ability is very limited.
Because it's very poignant. Yeah. I love a pattern. And I always think that. Like, I wear my patterns so much.
Like Farm Rio. Love.
Sponsor us, Farm Rio.
Oh my God.
Is Farm Rio.
If Farm Rio sponsored us,
I'd lose
winning.
Yeah, I get that. Because then it's like everyone's seen this and they remember this. I think my issue is, my issue is also pertinent to interior design, which is I can see what I like if I have an example of it. So like I have saved many, many pictures of like outfits I like on people or like house decor. But if I had a blank canvas, I can't make that. I can't do that.
Okay, I need to text you. My boss showed me this app. It's free. And you basically upload your clothes like links. So say you go on Zara and you buy like a 2-piece set. You can put it on the app and then it pairs it with like all these different outfit combos and it themes it. Good. So it's like going to drinks, hanging out, going to class. Like you like put in your age range, like if you're working.
That's really cool.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, like I think I need to start. Also, sometimes I'll put stuff together that I already have. And it's stuff that I've never put together. And then I go, oh, that looks really good. Why have I never done that? I think I just don't have that mind to be able to like creatively and artistically put nice things together.
Have you done a massive purge?
No. I mean, I purge often. So the reason I haven't done a massive purge is because I actually do it quite often. Like I'll get rid of like something here or there often just because I always need more space. So I'm like one in, one out policy type thing. But also I just wonder if it's just something that's not a priority anymore. You know, priorities change. And I think when I was younger, I wanted to kind of fit in and look really good and kind of be looked at as like, oh, you know, that girl's really trendy. And I maybe I just don't care about that anymore.
I think it's priorities. Yeah. Isn't that fun though, how it changes?
It does. And I will say like sometimes I can look good. Like I can dress myself and like look cool.
I think for me it depends on what mood I'm in. Yeah. Like if I'm in the mood, I'm like, fuck yeah. But then if I'm not, to me it feels like a chore and I don't like doing things that are supposed to be fun that feel like
today
we are both in the same vibe today.
Look at us being like, Americans dress so bad. And we're like, literally like,
help. This was just the vibe.
So what's your next deep? Let's go deep again.
Honestly, those were my only things. Okay. Those are my only struggles.
I'd say my other ones are... Oh, this one's a big one.
Tell me.
Actually, this was top of my list. I don't know why I didn't start with that. Not because of moving around a lot, and also even in the present moment, just being in two places at the same time, not having a community of friends. So I have a lot of friends. I have a list on my phone. I always think this. I'm like, if I ever get amnesia, I want to like look at my phone and know who my best friends are. I have a list of like 20 best friends, people that like I would absolutely die for, and I know they would do anything for me. But they're just all over the world. And, you know, it's not like a group of friends. It's just individual people who I love. And I do make the utmost effort to see them. Like, I'll fly and see them. I'll do, like, anything if I'm able to spend time with them. But it's not a community of friends. It's not a community of people. And as you get older, like, that stuff becomes really important. Like, I want to have neighbors I hang out with. Like, I want to have an intramural team. Like, I want to have all these things. And I don't have it. And that's my own doing. Like, I chose to prioritize being mobile and being in different places at once where you can't establish those habits, and that's my own fault, and it's an opportunity cost. So I'm sure it will come a time where that's going to become so priority that I will just be like, I need to settle here and create a community here. But I think I'm kind of like my parents, where I'll just move around my whole life and I'll just have to build like smaller communities for like shorter periods of time. I don't know.
I think too, what's hard is the older we get, the more, like, I don't know if you feel like this when you are in town, but like everyone to get a plan, it's like so impossible. Hard. Like booking weeks out for a coffee.
Also, LA is just not that vibe. Like, no, I can assure you, if I was in New York right now, I can text any of my friends that live in New York and within like 20 minutes.
Yeah, you have. It's so
LA
true.
Is so hard to meet with anyone.
Yeah.
It's just not that culture of like,
No.
to go to dinner with someone, you have to drive, and then you can't really drink that much because you're driving home. Like, it's just
the planning.
so annoying.
One thing I've noticed, and I think it's because my job is really stressful right now, but my bandwidth for like planning things that should be fun really pisses me off. So I'm like, okay, I just want to go to dinner with a friend. I don't want to mind fuck like the traffic, the time we have to leave, the
Choosing
reservation.
a restaurant. Yeah.
It like turns me off and makes me a little bitter, cunty biatch.
Yeah.
But I think that is me projecting just having a stressful job right now. But it is true. Like when I had my short stint in Brooklyn, I could just text a friend and be like, do you want to get a beer? And she'd literally be like, when? And I'd be like, now. And she'd be like, walking
I'll
over.
be there. Yeah.
So easy, so fun.
I love LA. I absolutely love it. I could see myself here forever as long as I can leave. As long as I can leave every 2 weeks, I could be here forever. But I don't think if you are someone who likes like spontaneity, accessibility to things, like it's just not the vibe. I think if you're someone that likes being healthy and nature and like good weather and the beach, then yeah, it's a great place. But it's just not the place that really fosters community. Another thing that I think as we get older, you know, obviously your friends get husbands and wives and they become very nuclear and like insular and, you know, and then when you kind of go into their world, you look at each other and you're like, oh my God, these are like full grown adults. And they like, sometimes they don't want to see. And it's just so weird because, I mean, I'm having this situation with a friend right now where I've been trying to see her a lot and I get the feeling she doesn't want to see me. And I know she loves me. And but I think sometimes, well, actually most times because we haven't really seen each other, she's like prioritizing herself or her partner, and it's just like when you're younger, when you're 20, it's just like let's just go sit on a couch together and just rot and just be. When you're an adult, that's not really like a thing. Like, I mean, I still make it a thing, but you know,
I think for me, what I have felt a lot is when I have friends that are in different chapters of their life, like married or like having kids. Then the expectation when they hang out with me is like I'm the fun friend. So I'm going to come and like they're going to have a sitter and then they're going to get so drunk. And then I have to be out all night and drinking and partying.
And you're like,
where then for me, I'm like, oh, I just thought we'd sit at home, have a glass of wine, put a movie on, order food. And so I feel like sometimes I get put in a bucket as like needing to be the fun friend where I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that.
That's why you need to read that book, Ghosts by
I read it.
Oh, so
I finished it.
That situation with her friend.
Yeah.
And it is that. She's just like, what the fuck? Like,
wait, I can't believe I forgot to tell you. I finished it this weekend.
Wasn't it amazing?
Yeah, it's really good.
Alderton.
Well, it's just like very dynamic because I like that it goes through the different phases of the friendships with dating.
Yeah, and it's so relatable. Like, it's just so relatable. Yeah, it's like growing up apart from your friends is fucking wild because...
Well, with the friend that you're feeling like this with... I have a very difficult time with really close friends having conflict because...
I wrote this.
Okay.
Having hard conversations with friends with the same person.
It's just my thing is I would say I love a confrontation. Like, you know how some people are like, I'm not confrontational? I have no issue with confrontation. But I think my issue lies more with like longevity friendships. So it's like if I've had a friend for 10 years, I'm less likely to want to say anything because I'm like,
you don't want to ruin it.
I'm like, God forbid this puts an awkward chink or like, I mean, my girlfriends from high school have been my friends for 21 years. So to me, it's like, wouldn't be worth it. Yeah. But I think that is difficult because like to be a good friend, you should have these like open conversations.
I'm the same where, I mean, I can have confrontations with my partner, with my family. I'm the best at it. But when it comes to friends, I'm just so... Yeah, I'm not good at it. And like with this one friend that like I haven't been able to see, in my head, I'm then like, have I done something? And instead of me being able to just go to her and be like, hey, have I done something? I'm like asking other people, I'm like, have I done something? Because you won't see me and I don't know what the fuck's going on. But like I should be able to be like, are we good? Or are you just busy? And then in my head... I'm thinking they're just fucking like I know they're just busy and they're prioritizing other things.
What if you were to just be like, hey, I don't want to be emo or like be too sensitive, but I just want to like check in. Is everything fine?
I've done that, and they're like, yeah, well, like, as in, like, I'm like, how are you? Like, are
Yeah.
you good? Like, is
Yeah.
everything good? And they're like, yeah, I'm like good. I just want to see, like, I want to spend time with them. Like, I don't want to just
Yeah.
know that they're okay. Like, I want to spend time with them. But also, I'm not someone who's like I tried. Like, I'm not gonna be like chasing someone.
Yeah.
Forever. Like,
No.
and I know they love me, and I love them, and if they ever want to spend time,
yeah,
then I'm
they'll
here.
come back around, or it's gonna fade out. And like people who fade out, I just don't think you can be friends with everyone forever. And I think like your people will just stick.
Yeah.
But it's
Good
still
advice.
very frustrating.
Yes. On that note, let's move on to things we are confident about. Yeah, we can talk about good things.
Love. I said my tits.
Oh, I love this is where I go deep, and she's like tits and ass. I went deep for these.
Okay, I said tits. I said my skin. I said having perfect.
Same task, different outcomes.
I said having perfect white teeth.
And I'm here like not subscribing to global ideals of the patriarchy.
Okay, so those were my 3 sillies. My deeper ones were I feel very confident in myself and that I like who I am when I show up. And I think like when I walk into a room or when I meet someone, I have never felt shy or not confident in who I am and what I'm bringing to the table.
I love that. And that's very you. I also have that. I said like, I love myself. Well, I didn't say like I love myself. I'm just like trying to like paraphrase this. It's like, I don't go into a room and think, oh, what are they thinking of me? I'm just very confident in myself and I like myself. And I think I've gone through ebbs and flows depending on what's going on in my life of not liking myself. And it's funny because in those moments where I don't like myself, I literally am like, it's not very me to not like myself.
No, I know.
I'm like, I don't feel like myself by not liking myself because my personality at its core is just like being very confident and like loving of myself. Like I grew up in Brazil where people like are really loving of themselves. They're very confident. You grow up with positivity. And then I went to the UK where people are fucking miserable and they hate themselves. And they think it's like wild to be like, I'm hot. I like myself. I love myself.
Yeah.
I'm really special. Like,
yeah,
I'm a big fucking deal. Like I am talented at this. Like it's just not a thing. So growing up, people thought I was insane because I was very confident and I knew it and I liked myself and I was not shy about it.
I think what's so special about being confident and like the energy you bring though is it is very magnetic. Because I think when you are like that naturally in a room, it does emit energy and people pick it up.
Yeah.
And then it makes them like more comfortable and like lets them shine.
Yeah.
So there is something really cool about it. But like to be that person is like also exhausting sometimes because I think it can be like always on. Or like say you're feeling a little quieter, people might be like, is something wrong?
I think the only times it gets tiring I don't feel tired by being like that. I think what gets tiring for me is like constantly, for example, telling friends that they're amazing. And I don't get why they don't feel the way that I do about myself. When they're like smarter, hotter, prettier, like more successful. And then they're still like, I'm not hot, I'm not smart, I don't like, and I'm like, it's very frustrating that you just can't have this confidence because I'm like, if I can, like you can. And this is just very, like, why are we still milling over this? Like, it's just very annoying.
Yeah.
That's the tiring bit for me is that, like, other people can't see it. And then I'm just like, I hate when people are, like, genuinely self-deprecating. Obviously, we shit on each other and that's a different type of self-deprecation. But when you're genuinely like, oh, I don't think I'm this, I don't think I'm that. I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like, come on.
And I'm like, this is just very annoying. So I don't fuck with that. Don't basically if you want to self-wallow, don't come to me.
Yeah,
I'll
agree,
think that you're ridiculous.
It's hard. Yeah. Well, sometimes I'm just like, get a grip.
Yeah. I also, to that point, I wrote like, I like how I love my friends, my partner, my family. Like for me, I'll always prioritize the people I love over anything, literally anything. And I love the way I love, essentially. Like I do think like if I ever die, my eulogy would be like just loved the hardest.
Yeah, I love that. I wrote rooting for others. So it's like kind of similar to yours. But I think like Tinks had talked about how, and I feel like I just don't really like Tinks. I don't know why I'm referencing her. Sorry.
No, just,
but
I mean,
she was like talking about how she like doesn't really feel jealous of her friends. Like she feels like she's always rooting for them, and how like a great quality is like if someone's telling you how they got a promotion, to be like, fuck yeah, not to think, oh wow, I haven't gotten a promotion, or if I had the extra money for a promotion, like what I would do with it. And I do think that's really important, and I feel like I'm very much like that.
100%.
But I also
you are like, very good at
it's
that. It's
such a reminder, because I think like naturally we're all competitive. Like I do feel like I'm a competitive person, but I do find I get a lot of energy by other people having fun. Like when you were on your Europe trip, like posting the pics with the headscarf, it was giving me like weird endorphins.
Well, okay, like I get what you're saying, because when I take hot pictures of my wife or like my friends and they're gonna post that, I feel like it's my picture.
Yeah,
I feel I'm like post that shit. Like I'm like, I feel like it's me.
I just went like this when you said it.
Yeah, like so their success is my success. Like I feel very happy. And also all that jealousy is, and I also don't really get jealous of friends per se, but all jealousy is just something you want. So if you're ever jealous of someone or something, it's just a metric to show you what you want, and then you have to go and focus your energy on that. But don't dwell on like them too much. Just be like, oh yeah, I would like that. Like I see not friends, but I see people doing stuff that I'm jealous of. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I need to go to Europe. Like, I need to go or, like, make a business, or like, I need to go and have a baby. Like, I just see things that I'm jealous of, and then I'm like, quickly, like, rewire it to, I just need to go and do that.
Yeah, it, like, propels you. Yeah. That's a good, like, narrative switch. That's a great reminder.
Yeah. On that note, I have never sort of had like, all of these are like pretty self-egotistical, but let's do it. Like I've never had imposter syndrome. I didn't even know what the fuck imposter syndrome was, and I didn't know people felt that.
When we worked at Playboy, people always kept saying that, like imposter syndrome, and I was like, I don't feel like that at all.
Like, don't people think like if they get hired somewhere, if they're doing something, don't they just think there's a reason that they were
I always say, you were hired here for a reason. Like, you didn't just get here randomly.
Maybe imposter syndrome exists because maybe there are actually like so many people out there that are like legit frauds, and we just don't know about it because we're like, we have integrity. Yeah. But I've always felt like I belonged where I am.
I think, too, it kind of goes back to the idea that, like, everyone's just faking it until they make it. Totally. But, like, I totally own that. So, like, 100%. When I don't know how to do something, I just literally teach myself because, I don't know, I don't care.
Also, maybe we don't have imposter syndrome because we have just seen, I mean, look at our president. Like we've just seen.
Yeah. We've also, I feel like, when we worked at Playboy, I have seen so many successful people that had no idea what they were doing. So to me, I'm always just like, well, if you can network correctly and get yourself in the right situations, anyone can win.
But that's a skill in itself, right? So in that regard, it's like they don't even have him, like they're not like that much of a fraud because then they have this set skill that put them there, right? And that's the thing, people always have, like, you have to know what you're good at, right? Yeah. So like what I have felt isn't imposter syndrome. It's knowing, okay, I'm like the jobs I have right now, I know where I fall short, but I know what I give, and I know that they like the things I'm valuable at. And so I just really hone in on those things. And the things that I'm bad at, that I'm never going to be, better than someone else, I know that, and I know, and I will own that. And, I say it, I actually vocalize it. Yeah. I always say, I'm not an expert in this. I have no idea how this fucking works. Mm-hmm. This person's way better at me than this. But so I'm just going to focus on this one thing that I'm really good at. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
No, it's good. It's intuitive. Another thing I think I'm good at is bringing the vibes.
You bring the vibes.
I'm like, if you invite me, I will 99.9% bring the
always
vibe.
Bring the vibes. Yeah. You always do. You're ray of sunshine. You are the life of the party.
Lately, though, I've been like not bringing the vibes out. I've been like
it's because you have a stressful job.
But it's like so funny because I used to be like really into late night and afters, and now it's like 12 and I'm like,
you go to bed at 8 p.m.
No, I've been staying up late now.
Because you have a boyfriend now.
I miss going to bed at 8.
I love that.
But like I used to be party girl on the weekends, but I've been Yanni. I'm like, I need to get it back. But like,
We'll get it
as
back.
we're talking right now, I'm craving like a glass of wine or
Oh
a
my God, I'm
teeny.
craving bed. I can't wait to go to bed.
Yeah, I want wine in bed.
Oh, I love that for you. Yeah,
Thank
you do
you.
bring the vibes.
You bring the vibes.
Thank you. To that point, I'm going to say I don't subscribe to what everyone else is doing.
Mhm.
And I don't care if I have friends who have the worst fear of missing out, FOMO. Like they just have, they always want to be doing something else. They always, instead of just like really relishing what they have.
Yeah.
And I just don't care about what people are doing. Like I'm on my own path, on my own lane. I love what I'm doing. If I wanted to do something else, I'd be doing that something else.
Yeah. I used to have FOMO, but I have not had it in so long. I feel like not since my 20s. Like I literally do not care. Like I like seeing what everyone's doing and I think it's fun. But if I'm not there, I don't feel like, oh, like I wish I was there. I'm just like, oh.
Like I think
was
people
it great?
often act like they're like forced to have a situation that they're in. Like, and I don't want to generalize this, for example, mums. I'm not going to generalize this to all mums because by no means this is everyone. But like so many mums on the internet are like, oh, I wish I could do this. And like, I wish, and I know motherhood has different sides to it. And like people should speak about the bad sides, but it's like, no one forced you to have a fucking kid, you know? If you really value that thing so much, just do that. Or maybe they were forced to have a kid, who knows? But same with I don't know. I just think people are like, if you don't want to do something else, just I don't understand FOMO. I really don't. I just don't have it. I'm like really confident in my path and what I do, and I don't really care about what everyone else is doing. So
I think too, like confidence in not having FOMO also kind of like aligns with not being a people pleaser. Because I think,
sometimes I think I need to please people more. But I don't think that I am.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe. There needs to be a balance.
I think a balance is good. Yeah. I'm getting a lot better.
That's good. You need to work
I've
on
been
that.
working on it.
You've been working on it. That's good. Baby steps. Speaking of work, I think I've done a lot of work in romantic relationships. I think my whole life, because of like how much of a lover I am, like I just love to love. I've always been in relationships, as we know. And that means I've just had to like work on them a lot because we've just gone through a lot with everyone, and I've just had to do so much work, and I'm just in a really good space of like being able to realize when I'm wrong, being able to realize where childhood trauma comes in, being able to not be so stubborn. I think I'm a very stubborn person, and all this work that I've done, I think is actually like really improving like my romantic relationship. And I was speaking to a family member recently, and they were like, well, the thing about relationships though is no matter how much work you've done, you think everything's going well, and then boom, something happens and you're like back to square one, and you have to do a different type of work and you have to focus on something else. Yeah. So also just realizing that like it's constant work. It's not like I've done the work and like we're done. It's constant. And it's just being open to like constantly growing and improving. And that openness is like work in itself. Yeah. Because I do not think I was open to improving maybe like 10 years ago.
Well, also, I think you have a partner that like pushes you to want to do the work.
She's so like, I mean, even if we weren't together, like she is someone who you can objectively be like, this person just is all about growth and improving and like reaching to just be a better person every day. Yeah. Like it's quite insane. Like she really should have been like a therapist or something, but she's got her own work to do too. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like we've all got our individual things to work on, and it's different, you know?
Yeah. I think a lot of people, though, in relationships don't think that they have any work to do.
Have you seen couples therapy with Dr. Orna?
Yeah. It's really good.
I could do a whole episode.
It's so good.
I guess what surprises me most about that. Yeah. Here's the thing. With my wife and I, we've had some big issues and we've had some small issues. And sometimes with the small issues, right, I'm like, you know, this is the worst thing ever. I said something rude, like I'm the worst person ever, or like she's said something rude and now my life is over. Like, and then I see that show and it's literally like a husband berating the fuck out of his wife. It is someone who's been constantly cheated on. And you think, oh, like people go through that. And like what we have isn't so bad after all.
I know.
Like,
or it's like, one person is mute and the other person, like, they have no voice.
I mean, I love that show. I think you can get so much from that show. Like you can really also like when you see this has happened to me. I can't remember what couple it was, but I remember seeing someone and I was like, oh, what a narcissist, or like they sound so selfish and like I don't like them. And then I was like, I do that. And then it was able to like show me a mirror of shit I do.
Yes.
And I was like, oh,
holy
fuck,
shit.
that's how she feels.
That's the light bulb. Yeah.
Love her. Love Dr. Orna. Please come on. Big question, small talk.
Do you like her more than Esther Perel?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Dr. Orna's pretty special. Have you got any more things you are confident about? I have one last one.
No, you go, because that was it.
To close this off on a very positive note, I feel like I have a good moral compass of like just, you know, solid, like being like I'm just a happy-go-lucky person. Like I feel joy, I feel contentment. I'm lucky to have not had much suffering, but even with suffering, I feel like I have love. Like I lead with love. Yeah. And I think like I have a good moral compass, I think.
What is it in Hawaii or Hawaiian? Isn't there like a nice saying? It's like,
aloha.
Oh.
It's just aloha.
What's Hakuna Matata?
No worries.
Oh, okay.
And that's also not Hawaiian.
What is it?
It's like Africa. It's like Swahili. It's Swahili, I think. I actually don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's Swahili.
Is it from The Lion King?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure it's Swahili.
I like what you said, though, because I think leading with love, I try to remind myself when I get really stressed that, like, if you lead with more stress and more like anger, frustration, everything is worse. Where if you do lead with love and positivity, it makes everything better. And I think that's like such a beautiful characteristic, and it's like a nice reminder.
Yeah.
Because also like if someone's upsetting you, like I even think like in past relationships, I always try to lead with a lot of love.
But that has also like fucked us up. You know?
Yeah.
I think we've led with a lot of love, and there should have been a little bit more hate. But I think that's it. Like, do I want to? So this is something like I think we've spoken about before. I'm someone who I trust a lot. I trust everyone. Yeah. And some people are like, you're just so trusting, and I'm like, I would honestly rather trust everyone and anyone and get hurt than go about with these walls and like go about like not trusting anyone and like being very closed off to the world. Like I want to be super fucking open. Yeah. And to my detriment, I will get fucked over. Like it won't be reciprocated, like, you know, but I don't mind that because I want to have that openness and love about me, because I think that is what makes me like special, and like what I don't want to lose is just how much love I have to give.
Yeah. I love that.
Thanks. Heart. Wait, have you seen the new? It's like a Korean heart. They've been doing this.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's really cute.
It just looks like you're asking for money.
No, but it's super cutie. Wait, also we booked a trip to Japan. Did I tell you?
No.
Yeah, we're going to go in October.
I love that.
So excited. Okay, on that note, bye.